first of all, let me give honor and glory to my personal Savior, Lord Jesus Christ. And I ask that he give me the words to be able to connect with you, because I go off a field. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to talk to young people, and then I'm going to talk to anyone doing any type of mentoring about how to save black men, and then I'm going to talk about how to rebrand black men in the media, and I'm going to do that in 25 minutes. So you know I need Jesus for that. You know I need Jesus. So let me start with, you all in high school, right? High school, okay, all right. I was trying to think about what I was thinking about when I was in high school. And when I was in high school, I was thinking about being bad. I was thinking about being bad because I was smart. And when I was smart, people used to call me lame. I used to call me nerd. And I would pretend like it didn't bother me, but really it did. How many of you feel me on that? Okay? Somebody just wink, because I know. And so I was in class and I was getting the answers right, but then there came a moment where I stopped answering questions. I kind of sat there, I knew the answer, and I looked around and I waited for other people to answer, and no one said anything. But in my mind, I was like, this is so easy. This is like easy. It's an easy answer. So I would sit there not saying things. I didn't want people to say I was lame. I didn't want people to say I was a nerd. But when the teacher was like, no one knows? No one? And she would look at me, you don't know? I was like, yeah, I know, but... Then finally I said, the answer's 7. 7. 7. And they were like, you lame. And so, you know, part of what God does is that he creates you with a certain personality to use. Sometimes that personality can work for you, and sometimes it can work against you. I'm one of those kids that has to say something. How many of you know that guy? Or you know that I have to say something? You know it's not in your best interest to say something, but you have to say it anyway? Yeah, okay, so I'm glad I have cousins in the room. So I sat there, and they were like, man, you lame, you know everything. You a nerd, teacher's pet, teacher's pet. You tell me what I'm thinking. I bet you can tell what I'm thinking. And so I was like, man, I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. So I raised my hand again. I said, the answer's 10. That's like real easy. You talked about it yesterday. It was the first example that you put on the board. The answer's 10. They were like, man, you lame, man. And so I decided to turn up. I decided. I was like, man, you lame. My boy was like, nah, man, come on, man, don't do it. I was like, nah. You know how you kind of announce that you're going to turn up? Nah, man, he called me lame. He must want it. I'm going to have to. Calm down. You know how they hyped you up more. No, I'm not going to calm down. I'm not. I was like, man, why am I lame? No, tell me. Teacher's like, quiet down. I'm like, nah. I'll take all the detention. I'm taking it. Why am I lame? He was like, man, because you answer all the questions, you a nerd. And I was like, what are you? What are you? And he was looking at me like, man, you know, I'm fired, man. I was like, but what are you, though? Why would I not want to know the answer? Why would I not answer? I knew it. Why would I be quiet? I don't get it. And the dude was looking at, you know how you beating someone? I was like, yeah, I'm finna go in. He's quiet. I'm finna go in. You've been going off on me. And the teacher was even quiet. Teacher was like, yeah. So I was like, why would I act like I didn't know the answer? Why would I fail? Dude, you're 17 in the 9th grade. Why would I want to do that, man? I'm sorry, but you're trying to kill me and trying to make me think I'm sitting here acting like I'm a thug. I'm sitting here not wanting to answer the questions. I'm bored silly in the classroom because the teacher's like asking, can we move on to the next thing? Please, for me. So what I'm telling you is I told him, I said, look, man, I want to be a doctor. And last time I checked, doctors can't be dumb. They can't. I even wrote Dr. Aldewan Tartt on my paper all through high school. They're like, why are you writing doctor? You're not a doctor. Now I go back, like I told y'all I was a doctor. I tried to tell y'all I was wise. Y'all didn't know. And so I told him, I was like, look, man, doctors have to know, when you take your grandma to the doctor, do you want your doctor to be smart or do you want your doctor to be dumb? Smart. I want to be a doctor, so I can't sit there and make C's and D's and B's. Not if I know how to make an A, so I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry it makes you uncomfortable that I want to be a doctor and I don't want to ride MARTA and I want to be able to buy tennis shoes and I want to do what I love and I want to be my own boss because I like to talk back and I like, I'm the boss. You shut up. That's my personality. So why would I want to sit here and act dumb? I don't get it. You know what the class said? True, 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 true. He came up and dapped me up. Pow. Sometimes you have to turn up. Sometimes you have to set the standard for your school. Sometimes you have to turn to someone and say, yeah, I do know the answer. And, yeah, it is 8. Yeah, I did make a 98. Yeah, I do have a 4.0. Yeah, I do want to go to Harvard. Yeah, I did start doing my work. I used to fail, but I don't want to repeat. Who wants to repeat? That's not swag. That's not even fun. Who wants it in summer school when I could be playing PlayStation? I'm just keeping it real. I could be swimming. So when you think about it, young people, here's the action item. I want to know who's radical. Raise your hand. Who's radical like I am? Who's not afraid to speak up? Okay? So when you go back to school, I want you to speak up. I want you to raise your hand even more. I want you to tell your friends, today we're going to turn up for being smart for real. Because I don't see why we should keep our hands down. I'm not feeling that. You'll find that once you do something strong enough, people will follow. I told the school, they were like, man, we have to change the culture. We have to change the culture of the school. I said, I'll tell you what, get the most popular kids in school, call them into your office, and tell them to wear a sports jacket. And tell them you're wearing a sports jacket because you're going to be about your business today. Just tell them. Tell them if they do it, you give them a pizza party, a free homework pass, whatever. Just tell them whatever, ask them what they need to do this. And they did it. And let me tell you what happened. When they wore the sports coat, because they were popular, everyone else like, why y'all wearing sports coat? Why you wearing sports coats? Oh, man. But they couldn't call them lame because they were popular already. And they were like, man, I'm just going to handle my business today. That's what it is. Do you know within weeks people start wearing sports coats to school? Sports coats. I go to a school called Towers High School. They're in full uniform in a public high school, which is not supposed to be mandated, but the kids wanted to wear uniforms because they got so used to people wearing the sports coats. They got so used to seeing people handle business, it became popular to handle business. If you want to change your mind, if you want to change the mind of black men, change what black men see. See, I'm a psychologist by trade. So you think Dr. Phil, Dr. Drew, that's what I do. So I'm in front of black men every day, and I cannot afford not to come up with answers. And as mentors in the room, you get it. How many of you ever struggled trying to talk some sense into someone? So I don't know about you, because of my personality, I just got frustrated. I got frustrated. And so I said, okay. I was like, why should I go to college? I was like, why should you not go to college? They're like, I don't need a degree to have knowledge. I was starting to lose this argument. You know how you get out. I was like, Tony Robbins didn't have a degree. LeBron James, and I was like, okay, I'm losing this argument. I'll tell you what. I called my buddy, Dr. Marks. I said, why don't y'all come down? I just want y'all to take a field trip with me. And I brought him down to Morehouse because, and I want you to listen to this, mentors. I realized when I was talking to them in their comfort zone, in their neighborhood, where they was like, I don't see the big deal with what you're talking about. Have you ever felt kind of bougie? I'm gonna be honest. I'm like, you like living like this? I'm sorry. You like living right here. This is cool. I'm not knocking it, but I'm saying this is your ambition to stay right here? This is all you want, man. You don't want more than like, man, you can, oh, man, no, I don't want to do that, man. I don't get it. I'm cool right here. I'm like, this is what you want to do. All right, fine. So we came down to Morehouse, but I wanted to cheat. I didn't start at Morehouse. I started at Clark Atlanta University. And I took them on a Friday at like 2 o'clock when the set was in full effect. If you know anything about the AUC, the set at 2 o'clock has so many fine women, it's just like, oh my goodness. And so I'm walking them, I'm not, where we going? We're just walking. And they're looking around like, good gracious, a life. Look, hey, this looks like a rap video. And so as I'm walking them, I'm seeing they're out their comfort zone. Now they came in sagging. I stopped a young lady. I said, what do you think about a man that sags? They were like, I don't really like that. It's not hot. I like a man that straps his pants up, show me he can handle some business. He can handle business. He can handle me. They were like, immediately, I've been telling them not to sag their pants for years, but when she said it, they adjusted their pants immediately. And I started asking guys on campus, why are you in school? Should you stay in school or should you not? What does it matter? And I let the college sophomores and freshmen talk to them, and they were penetrating. They were getting it. I could tell they were starting to turn. They were like, what are you doing right now? They're like, man, you know, what's your GPA? They were like, I don't know. They were like, you don't know your GPA? How do you not know your grade point average? But you've been in school. You a junior, senior, freshman. You a senior. You don't know your GPA? And they were getting embarrassed. And they were like, well, what do you do? I'm studying to be a doctor. What do you I'm studying to do my own film production. I'm studying to be a journalist. I want to be on ESPN. I want to replace Stephen A. Smith. They were talking about things that they were interested in. They were like, I want to work for myself. I want to be an entrepreneur. I plan on making $1 million by the time I'm 25. I could see them starting to shift, but I was winning because I took them out of their comfort zone and I put them, you want to change? Black men change what black men see. When they saw black male after black male after black male walking around campus with a book bag, going to class, talking to beautiful females, all different flavors, all different types. They were arguing like, I like the one with the short hair, but then I like the one with the long hair. I like the one that was from, she said she was from Ethiopia, dog. I don't even know what that is, but I don't want to go. I want to go, man. I want to go. And then I took them to Dr. March's class, and they had never seen someone ask them what they think, and he actually called on them. What do you think about what I just said? And they started answering questions. They started answering questions. These are the same guys that would not go to class in high school. I would come, checking on my mentees, and I would go straight to the bathroom. Like, what y'all doing in here? They were like, oh. I was like, how's this fun? I want to thank Dr. Bryant Marks, I want to thank Morehouse, and I want to thank Norma Joy Barnes for putting this together. Give it up for her. It's a woman putting all of y'all in this room. Give it up for her right now.